Hey, how's it going? This is Josh Hedderman, your missionary here in Lima, Peru. I wanted to share a video with what God has been doing here in Lima. As many of you know, back in May and June, God put on our heart to open a food bank. Peru was a thriving economy back in March, but because of COVID restrictions, because of the lockdowns that we had for 3 and 4 months, the economy completely collapsed. People who had been living just above the poverty line, just living from day to day, making enough to eat the next day, were left without jobs and left without work for month after month. And week after week, they didn't have anything to go on. God put on our heart to open the church doors here, and week after week, we were able to give food. Over these months, we've been able to give over 7,500 packets, and God has opened door after door, week after week, and we've seen blessing after blessing. People have come week after week, hearing the gospel, hearing the good news, hearing the preaching of the Word of God, and they've started to attend church. First virtually, and then when we were able to open up in person, we've had so many people come. We've had hundreds of visitors here in our church because of these food drives. And we've seen so many people saved, we've seen people baptized, we've seen people become faithful to the work of God. All of this has been because of what you all have done. So many of you have prayed for us. So many of you have loved us. So many of you have supported us. So many of you have given so that we can continue to be able to reach out and give food to families. Right now in Peru, we're starting our second wave. COVID has struck in its second wave here, and very quickly we're going into another lockdown. As of the 31st of January, we'll be on a 2-week lockdown, and we fully expect it to be extended. We fully expect it to be more. But even if it doesn't get extended, the restrictions are here to stay. People aren't going to be working for a few weeks. People are going to have no income. And people who lived from day to day before this time are now left without anything. Would you consider partnering with us to be a blessing to people? If God has blessed you there, would you consider partnering with us to be a blessing to people who maybe you'll never meet them here on this earth, but they'll come to receive food, and at the same time they'll hear the gospel, and God can work in their lives and work in their families and work in their home. And just like we've seen Him do for the past 7 and 8 months, we'll see Him do again. Would you partner with us to be able to reach out and love people? Would you partner with us to be able to reach out and give to people, both to fill their spiritual need and also their physical need? Would you partner with us to love our neighbor and also preach Christ? Would you partner with us to continue feeding Peru? Thank you very much.